Good day and welcome to this learning experience. Parenting is a unique adventure. I remember when I was pregnant with my first child, people gave me about 8 parenting books, all with answers to the challenges and questions parenting would bring. I quickly realized that there is not necessarily one book that can be applied as is. Every parent and child is different. There are, however, guidelines and pieces of advice that can help us embark on this adventure in a meaningful and positive way. In this learning experience, we are going to use the book of David Staal to think about specific words and phrases that can help shape your child's self-image and perception of who he or she is, and this in a positive manner. These suggestions have the potential to ease communication and help us as parents intentionally reveal something of God's heart to our children. Words can have a big impact on us and our children's lives. Words can relay truth, but words can also lead a child to believe a lie. It is thus important to live with an awareness of our words. Often, our children carry words in their thoughts and their hearts long after we've forgotten saying them. Somebody once said that the voice with which you speak to your children becomes their inner voice. There is a time in children's lives when they observe an astounding amount while not yet having the ability to communicate and reflect on what they hear and see. It is then especially important to give them positive feedback and encouragement to let them feel safe enough to develop, become independent, and take their place in the world. Words also have an influence on a child's concept of God. In the conversations that follow, we consider this. You are invited, before you move on to the next part, to reflect on the following. Which words from your childhood have formed vivid memories for you? Were they positive or negative? How did these words influence you? And if you are watching with someone, you are welcome to discuss it together. If you are watching on your own, you are welcome to make notes in a journal or the booklet provided. And when you are ready, you are welcome to watch the next part, I Believe in You.
Welcome to the learning experience Words Kids Need to Hear, based on the book by David Staal. And today we're exploring together the words I believe in you. As a child, I lived next to the town's tennis courts. We had a gate from our yard to the tennis court, so I used to walk over and play tennis whenever I'd like. I played tennis since the age of 5, and at some stage during my primary school years, I played against an opponent that were much older than I was. During that game, I really struggled to turn the game in my favor. I felt like there's no hope. I'm going to lose this game. And about halfway through this game, it was my turn to serve, and I walked towards the fence and I picked up a ball. And at that stage, my coach was close to the fence, and I heard him say, Christal, just keep at it. You can do this. Was there ever a time when you heard those words as a child? How did hearing those words make you feel? Or maybe you've never heard those words. How does that make you feel? And as a parent, you can associate with those feelings because you were once a child yourself. On that day, those words from my tennis coach made me feel he believed in me. And that made me feel that I can play this game with new enthusiasm. I didn't win, but I walked off that tennis court that day with a heart filled with courage because someone believed in me. And I believed in myself. Children listen to many voices around them, but they also listen to you and every conversation you have. They listen to your opinions and ideas and on a wide range of issues. And as a result, one of the questions children tend to ask is, I wonder what mommy and daddy is thinking of me. This is one of those nagging questions that gets stuck in a child's mind. They wonder what we think about them. They ask this precisely because children, just like us, struggle with the thoughts of their own abilities and inabilities, and as they become more aware of themselves. Children need the encouraging words of an older and influential adult in their lives who says, I believe in you and your abilities. When a parent believes in you, you learn to believe in yourself. But it's more than just praising your child for what they achieve. It's about letting them know that you believe in them no matter what. As a parent, it is necessary that you can and must successfully convey the message of I believe in you to your child. Here are a few pointers on how to do that. Pay close attention and notice what the positive character traits are that you perceive in your child. You have to stop, pay attention, and listen to your child. What do you see in your child's character or person? What is worth taking note of? Then, after noticing it, communicate those character traits with your child. Some time ago, my sister's 4-year-old daughter and I walked into the Rhino and Lion Park, and she really likes shiny little handbags. On the way in, there was a family coming out of the park and they walked past us. Suddenly, Lumay stops in her tracks and she runs up to this family's little girl and she says to her, "You have a beautiful handbag." And just like that, she just ran back to us and continued on with her life. At that very moment, I noticed a beautiful, positive character trait in Lumay. She loves to compliment other people. A little while later, I called her and I said to her, "Lumay, you make me so proud. It's beautiful when you compliment other people." My hope is that the words that I say to her will build confidence in Lumay, that she will believe in herself and her ability to really see others. It's more than just praising your child by seeing their character traits and strengths and expressing your belief in those beautiful character traits. The second practice that you as a parent can do is to ask other people what they perceive in your child and then proceed to share that with your child. Have you ever noticed your child's eyes lighten up when someone shares something positive about your child standing there with you? It is as if hearing someone else say something about them is communicating to them in a different way than hearing it only from you. It is one of the most beautiful and life-giving things you can do as a parent to demonstrate and articulate that you have faith in your child and their abilities. Because by nature, children sometimes wonder about this. The precious bond between you as a parent and your child is something that is built up and reinforced over time by the words that you use to communicate with your child. Lastly, you can develop trust by giving your child responsibilities and trusting them with those responsibilities. It never ceases to amaze me how children respond to having responsibility. When we ask the kids at M-Kids to help us with handing out stuff on a Sunday morning, or pressing play on the computer, or to clean up, week after week they come back and the first thing they say when they enter the room is, "What can I do?" They pride themselves in doing something. They love having responsibility. What I love most about this is when I tell their parents that Jason helped me today, and I can just see the pride beaming from him as I tell his parents. As adults and parents, we need to express our faith in our children, to them and also to the people in their presence. You are not only busy with character development and the formation of your child's self-image, but also you're busy developing their image of God, what they think about God. When your child trusts that you believe in them, they are more likely to believe that they can also trust in God. Take some time and do the exercise that will now appear on your screen. Take time and write down the specific character traits or qualities you notice in your child. Also write down how your child expresses these qualities.